everybody, it's Bobby Spags, your MC of the MPP, here with your preparedness PSA of the day. PSA today is about community. We all talk about it. Some people will write 15-paragraph monologues on the internet and make themselves seem really cool with long speeches on Facebook or maybe YouTube videos about it. It's easy to talk about. It's extra hard to execute, and it's even harder to maintain. So tonight, I want to talk to you about two guys within the umbrella of the Midwest Preparedness Project who you probably know, who are doing lots of work right now within their local communities to make MAGs not only something that we all like to talk about, but make them a reality. The first one you know very well is Patrick Henry, the president of All Things Midwest Preparedness Project. What some of you may not know is he has stood up a local MAG here in the Topeka area. And that is something that's really cool that you should really take the time to get to know and investigate. However, we have someone else here by the name of Kyle Benoit who, well, we're going to introduce you and let him tell you exactly what his plans are doing. So why don't we go backstage and talk with Patrick and Kyle.
Hey, good afternoon everybody. This is your man Patrick Henry with the Midwest Preparedness Project. I just want to come out tonight and talk to you guys about something that's really exciting, something that is near and dear to my heart. You know, we've been working really hard behind the scenes to develop the festival, to develop the tribe, and to grow the community. And part of that is the mutual assistance group that we built in the Topeka area. But really what I want to talk about tonight is what our MC and my buddy Bobby Spags talked about a little bit earlier. The reason why we're here is to develop that tribe, like I said. And in that tribe, we have another new member coming into the tribe through the Lee's Summit Mutual Assistance Group, and that is our good friend Kyle Benoit. Kyle, how you doing? Welcome to the studio tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Cheers.
So Kyle is standing up the Lee's Summit branch of this wonderful mutual assistance group that we're doing. But Kyle, tell us a little bit about yourself tonight. Why Midwest Preparedness Project? Why Lee's Summit?
Those are great questions, Patrick. Why Midwest Preparedness Project? My family and I and some of my friends, we kind of actually organically, a year and a half ago, started meeting once a month, getting the families together. We'd be at one person's place and he needed fencing put up, so we would do it. We started doing this thing, Patrick, where there was about 6 families, and once a month or even twice a month, we started just organically getting together at different people's homesteads or houses, working on a project, and then breaking bread together. And then we had the thought to check in with the Midwest Preparedness Project, and that was January, and you guys were a few months into doing some of your own MAG groups.
Yep.
And so we just drove out to Topeka, and I think in January you guys was that the macaroni?
I think that was, yeah. I think we did bulk processing of
the
macaroni.
Long-term storage.
Gosh, we did 1,900 pounds of elbow macaroni that weekend.
That's crazy.
That was great. It was a great weekend.
And we just didn't have any other connection to groups in Kansas City that were doing that. And to be self-reliant, sometimes you have to do it yourself. You've inspired me and some of the guys to just consider, well, if they can do it in Topeka, why wouldn't we just do this here in Lee's Summit near our home and bring more people into that fold as well?
I love that it's under the same pillars and the mantra of faith, family, fellowship. You know, in that particular order, we build on each other. And just like you alluded to, you know, I'll never forget the first time you guys came out to one of our Preparedness Project festivals.
Yeah.
We were out at Perry Lake. It was the most intimate and beautiful thing. Your boys were running around selling knives.
Yep.
You know, you guys set up a booth down there. It was fantastic. I had never seen a group of young hustlers, you know, that were working the paradigm like these dudes. And that all only followed up with this last festival. You know, the boys had their own booth. And again, this kind of leads us back to the point of the Lee's Summit Mutual Assistance Group. Why that is such an important factor in this day and age, with everything going on, with flooding going on around the country, you'd see the realization of why these things should be more prevalent, and how these rings of tribal MAGs should be forming organically in your circle. Wherever you're at right now, you should be, or you could be, doing the exact same thing. But again, tell us a little bit about what you're looking to do in Lee's Summit. The mutual assistance group that you're building down there, where are you guys going to be hosting those at, and what can people expect?
So we've actually got a relationship with the Bridge Space co-working facility, which they did a really cool thing, Patrick. Can't wait to show it to you. They took the old post office and converted it into a co-working space. And then recently they got a grant where they built a conference room that is not for businesses. It's for not-for-profits and for community groups. What we're going to start doing is the fourth Sunday of the month. What we think is really good is, since you guys are doing the Topeka mag on the third Sundays, that'll give people a chance to still go to the Topeka one if that's what they want to do. They could sprinkle over and visit us. And the goal would be to see what you guys are doing, and then a week later do a similar of a version or a little offbeat version of that, so that we can just continue to further our education. You kind of have the bushcraft world, you kind of have the
Pillars,
prepper world, and those pillars and the skills of doing things, not just to buy this or buy that and have a garage full of stuff that's going to be yard sale.
Guys.
So we want to just bring that to more people in Lee Summit. So fourth Sunday of the month, 2 to 5, Bridge Space, right in Lee Summit. Ours is going to be the 27th of July, right there, and the links are going to be here on the video so people can see the group, see the event. We'll have a Signal channel so that people can chat as well to see the in-between event stuff.
Kyle here is one of our special guest judges. We're having a dessert contest this month as part of our mutual assistance group. Bobby Spags is also special guest judge. The infamous street artist known as Brian Jordan.
I've heard this rumor.
Like the guy from the Dos Equis commercials was modeled after the infamous street artist known as Brian Jordan, except Brian's way cooler. You'll find the links, like he said, at the bottom of this video in the information piece.
It's going to be a great festival that you guys are putting on, and I personally can't wait to let everybody in Lee Summit know to get out there.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You say we, but you're a part of it as much as we are.
Yes.
You guys came out. You and a bunch of the stalwart dudes that you run around with. You all volunteered.
I think a lot of people in our society, they look for the dopamine hit for themselves individually.
Yeah.
And then you don't learn tribal skills when you're by yourself. I think a lot of people are going to underestimate the coming to a festival, and they're going to, if anyone's thinking as they're listening to this video too, like it happened for us, like, oh my gosh, it's all the way out in Kansas. Where is Kansas? Why I have to drive past Lawrence? Like, what's left after Lawrence?
Right.
But there's a value that people don't know until they've been to the festival, been to a mag, that there's going to be people you're going to find that will shock you with what you don't know, and help you get there too. Without MPP, we would stay decades behind as we fumbled through to figure these things out.
Sure.
But if we align ourselves to a greater concentric circle, we can contribute, and we'll learn and receive as well. And
goes both ways.
Then that two-way street, we're just making each other better. Patrick, I have a question for you.
Yeah, you bet.
You mentioned earlier about the concentric circles, and starting from your personal group to the MAG to the festival to MPP, but you mentioned this Great American Preparedness Tour. And could you just shed some light on that for us? You bet.
Thank you. That's a great question, Kyle. Thank you very much for asking it. The Great American Preparedness Tour encompasses the entire United States. Really,
wow.
What it is the Self-Reliance Festival in Tennessee, the Kentucky Sustainable Living folks in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and ourselves here in the Topeka, Kansas area. Like I said, it's whether you're into sustainable living, whether you're into self-reliance, or whether you're into preparedness. All of those different itches are scratched by what we're doing in the Great American Preparedness Tour. You can find out more at thepreparednesstour.com. Kentucky Sustainable Living.
That's happening.
That is, yeah. That's this weekend, guys. So you still got time. You can go out there, stop in, tell Jason and Shelly we said hi. But stop in Bowling Green, Kentucky, if you're in the area. Go see them. It's a fantastic organization.
Some of these people have come to the Midwest Preparedness Projects festivals, and you guys have visited them, right?
We have. Kyle, thank you very much, my friend.
Patrick, thank you.
Well, folks, you heard it here. Midwest Preparedness Project is expanding its sphere of influence, and in doing so, we are adding new people, new faces, new names, and new ideas. So we'll see you at the Midwest Preparedness Project Festival upcoming September 24th through the 28th. Find all information out at www.midwestpreparednessproject.com. And we will now see you at both Topeka and Lee Summit MAG events. Information will be down below. Have a good night.